I will make sure that it's clear that the Conservatives have many times tabled motions through a really critical testimony on this study, which I believe we should extend as well. So I'm going to go back to Dr. Conroy. Can you talk about what do you think is behind increasing opioid use in youth? Maybe can you explain some of the factors that put youth at risk for substance use harms? And by contrast, what are the factors that reduce risk? Sorry, one more. What can the government do to reduce risks and increase protective factors?
As I outlined in my brief, I think the first thing that needs to happen is that the government support a registry of evidence-based programs, that they help communities review the evidence on what works and what doesn't. It's important to realize that some programs can actually do harm. And so we should only be supporting programs that actually have been demonstrated to, through rigorous research, have been demonstrated to protect young people. We should make those programs available, and then communities that indicate readiness and desire to implement such programs could be supported in doing that. So I've outlined a number of steps that could facilitate the delivery and implementation of evidence-based programs to communities, and that could be done very quickly.
I asked you earlier too about this, and maybe you can give me, do you have an idea, like you stated that Canada is investing in prevention. I think we can all agree around this table. Do you have an estimate of the scale of investment required to implement a universal prevention program across Canada for youth?
I would have to get back to you about that, but it's minimal relative to the costs of substance abuse and the costs of lives lost to the addiction crisis so far. And there's a report by Dr. Jürgen Rehm from 2006, and it's been revised more recently, that suggests that implementing prevention is a very small fraction, like 0.1% of the costs to society by substance misuse. So, for example, I'd have to get back to you on an economic model if you'd needed one, but those can very easily be developed.
Thank you, Mr. Johns.